This is the Sinking City Remastered. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is a universe that is fueled by H.P. Lovecraft. It's an impressive atmosphere. It's a terrifying world of horrors, terrors, and kind of mystery. So this release here is quite interesting because there's been a few variations of this. So there's like the original release, and then the team Frogwares had issues with the publisher, and then they released their version of the game, which was Series X optimized, which I have a video of, and now they've remastered it in Unreal Engine 5. So now there's this remastered version of the game. So if you go to the store, there's like several different versions of the Sinking City Remastered. So this is a free update or version of the game for those that bought it prior. And it's more of like a promotional thing to get people ready for the sequel, is the idea here. So you get to experience the Lovecraftian horror of the Sinking City in a whole new light. So, yeah. Basically, we've got another one of these UE5 remasterings, bumping up the visuals, improving the quality, all that kind of stuff. And, yeah, it's actually kind of an interesting game if you want to do something that's like a bit investigative kind of work, gameplay-wise and that, and you're going to be exploring and figuring out what exactly is going on in this universe, and kind of interacting with objects, and yeah, it's an interesting choice to do this sort of thing. And as I've been saying recently, I personally believe that this is going to be something that happens more often, is that we're going to be seeing more remasterings of this sort. What else am I missing?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Never trust a tourist guide, yeah. Oh, there's a giant squid there. I need my camera. Bam. Cool, right on.
Hope I never have to use it.
Something tells me I will. It's an adventure investigative game. It's open world. You'll be figuring out what exactly you're supposed to be doing. You'll be exploring. You'll be trying to survive. Of course, there's the madness setting in within the world, and everything like that will mess with you psychologically. I get what they're going for. It's like a bit of a touch-up thing. You know, it's just to make it look a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. Like, I played the original. I played the remastered, or the re-released optimized game. And then I'm here playing the remastered version, and it's like, yeah, it keeps looking a little bit better every time, but I mostly get the idea of this as just a sort of, you know, at first it was the developers being like, hey, we want to reclaim our game. Totally get that, respect that. And then now it's kind of just being like, you know, let's get people ready for the next one. And, you know, if you've been waiting to play it, this is a good way to go about it. So, for this game, like, it's a fresh start. So it's a new achievement list. Your saves don't carry over, as far as I was able to see. I was not able to carry forward my saves. So it's a brand new play of this. So I guess if you wanted to revisit it, or haven't played it yet, and you owned it prior, I guess now would be the time to do it. And it's got two different visual profiles. By default, performance is on. And we're just kind of going through this. We have the quality mode on at the current point in time, which is probably what you're wondering. So, in general, it's Unreal Engine 5, so everything is temporally scaled. And that's just kind of how this stuff works. We do have the ray tracing, which is, as per usual, with UE5, lumen global illumination. So, you know, basically lumen lighting and everything like that. They've bumped up for 4K textures. It does seem like some of the cinematics, not this stuff where it's like in-game, but like it did seem like that opening there was a bit pre-rendered. But yeah, improvements to controls, combat, game balancing, crowds, and tutorials. There's a photo mode that they've added, which, you know, obviously a photo mode is really cool these days. and you'll be exploring the half-submerged city of Oakmont that's been gripped by supernatural forces. Thanks.
That's it for now, I think.
I appreciate it. As you can tell, I don't sleep well. That's why I got sad red eyes going on here.
The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
You don't.
Don't worry about that.
He gets in touch with you. So yeah, for quality mode, you know, obviously it's 30 FPS targeting. It's 4K. Internally, this stuff is like 1080p sub dynamic. So, I mean, obviously the outputting results are better, but it's still like a softer image. And then, of course, you can, there's your photo mode and then video, and you can kind of be like, okay, let's go to performance mode. So I would recommend, like, I think visually you're not really noticing much of a change between the options. I would recommend going with performance mode so you actually get the fluidity, but like if you do want it to look a little cleaner because you know it's more of a story-driven game, it's a little bit more like light interactions. Like there's like combat things that go on and there's things you see and stuff, and like I think having the smoother frame rate is good, but like yeah, I just so you know,
Titania.
yeah. Just so you are aware about the options. So again, it's another thing where it's temporarily scaled to 4K, but it is at least 60 FPS, and then the dynamic resolution scaling is just a little bit more aggressive under that 1080 or so.
No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Looks like there's lots of fish on the top of the water. Like the fish are more of a texture of the water than being overlaid on top of the water, which is kind of funny. Anyways, the game itself is kind of interesting. Like, it is a unique mystery kind of thing. If you are into Lovecraft, or I guess if you're not familiar with Lovecraft, it's a very dark and dreary sort of experience where things are kind of messed up and not great, and usually there's a lot of like psychological things going on that impact the characters. I'll also mention that, yes, because it's UE5, it does seem to also exhibit the similar UE5 things where you'll come across like some performance like issues and stuff, for frame drops and that, but it does look a bit better.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator. Just arrived from
A
Boston.
private investigator?
Told you you might be able to
Whoa.
help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
I'd love to fable the, you know, descent into madness here.
What happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it?
Speciality?
Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him. Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about
Interesting.
outbreaks.
So anyways, yeah, it's a bit of a slow build-up when you get into it and you start, like, exploring and figuring things out. It's actually quite neat. Like, there is a lot of stuff going on here. It's just, like, basically a town. Or, well, like a little city that's, like, a coastal, like, harbor place. And it's just sort of...
My son Albert is missing.
everything's, like, falling apart. And then if you go more inland, there's, like...
But yes,
you know, less of a coastal thing, obviously. But, yeah, the mystery just kind of builds up.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Who
those
is...
fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port,
Now we're getting some lore drops for places here.
Federation Harbor, the shells, they are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They
Hmm.
stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you.
A lot of dialogue.
Kinda good at tracking down missing people.
It's a story game.
And Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving
Kinda
on the
funny.
expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Thanks.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
I mean, no promises, but sure, I'll find your son. Let's figure out what happened here. Everybody split up and look for clues. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. My little adventurer's backpack. He wants me to get back in the boat?
Never trust a tourist.
I thought I already explored this. What is it? Is it like this guy can give me info?
Now get out.
I tried to get out, but for some reason it's pulling me back in, or I think that actually means that the area's been figured out. See, that's the thing though, is I already went to go and check out the Praise Cthulhu. I already went and, you know, checked out the fisherman's thing, but now maybe because I have extra info I'm allowed to, you know, check it out more in depthly, but I thought I had already covered this. Unless there was something I was missing here. Talk to these guys. Maybe there's something in the water, if I remember correctly. Because we already checked the weird mask. Yeah, well, mask, the breathing apparatus thing. What's that controller? We fell into the water. You guys got anything new to say?
Since those Innsmouthers took over the fish.
Okay, so we already checked that out. Oh, there's a note. Okay. That's on me. Missed the note. Totally fair. I get it. Yep. No. There's also like a tavern over here that we could check out. But we might as well get in here and look for clues.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared. Huh. This dog mat looks better than
The dog mat. Funny. Very, very funny. Okay, let's keep going. Gotta scavenge for supplies. See what else we can find around here. Okay. Looks like someone was enjoying the local fish population food. Fish food, as they say.
It would take tremendous effort.
Surprised the cops are so okay with me being around here.
Get over like that. Choo choo.
Hmm.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was
You wouldn't be able to recognize it anyway. You don't know who he is. I'm seeing madness.
There was a fierce fight here. But
My sanity
someone-
meter is
Fine, newcomer.
flickering.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Whoa. Someone's got a little Cthulhu going on with him. My mind's eye is tingling. Yeah, cool, weird, sacrificial Cthulhu knife.
Masterful work.
That's always a good sign.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Five cards short of a full house.
Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, did we find everything?
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Johannes reports that he has found the source of my maddening visions. Well, that's good.
Let's see what you find.
Hello? Hey, can you...
No, I think he's a little crazy.
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
But not enough.
I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and, okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me,
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
Cool.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And
How
I have no
convenient.
idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Scary thoughts. I'm slipping into the mind place. Where it goes, only madness knows.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face.